Welcome back everyone to Heroes and Villains HQ. My name is David and today we're throwing it back with a Thor Love and Thunder figure, Mighty Thor, Jane Foster. Before we crack her open, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below to stay tuned for more content on my channel. But let's take a look and review Mighty Thor. Taking a quick look at Mighty Thor's packaging. This was a part of the Thor Love and Thunder wave. Love it or hate it, the figures were pretty good. As for the packaging, this is the old school Marvel Legends packaging, one I personally don't love, but you have a nice look at Mighty Thor on the side here, and that's the same on both sides. Then on the back, you have a look at the character as well as the description, and then this was a part of the Thor Love and Thunder Build-A-Figure wave, which created Korg. The other figures you needed to collect was Thor, obviously Mighty Thor, Gore, King Valkyrie, Ravager Thor, Star-Lord, and Groot. Before we even take a look at Mighty Thor, let's first look at her accessories. She doesn't include any swappable hands, but she does have a swappable head that does not have the helmet on. And I gotta say, they absolutely nailed Natalie Portman's likeness with this head mold. The hair looks great as well. You kind of have a two-tone from the top to bottom going on. Again, a really great head mold and one that represents the character very well. Now, another thing, this character was a part of the Build-A-Figure wave for Thor Love and Thunder. It does include Korg's left leg. One thing I do want to call out that I am a little sad about is Mjolnir. It does include the damage marks. Obviously, Mjolnir was in pieces, and in the movie, it comes together back into the hammer for Mighty Thor. However, I would have loved to see some blue detailing, blue paint details in the hammer here because it just looks so cool in the movie when it's, lit up with lightning and the blue runs throughout the hammer. I think that is definitely a highlight moment during the entire movie when that occurs, and I would have loved to see that represented in this figure. Unfortunately, it is not. Honestly, such an underrated figure and such an underrated representation of the character in the movie. I recently rewatched Thor Love and Thunder, and when I saw it in the movie theater, I really was not a fan. But after rewatching the movie, honestly, it's got a charm to it. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. The biggest complaint I have with it is some of the humor, specifically with Thor's character. They just make him a buffoon rather than actually utilizing funny lines. I didn't like that. But for the actual story and the plot, really not bad. And Mighty Thor, Jane Foster, Natalie Portman's portrayal of this character was really great in that movie and heartfelt. And obviously you were dealing with the cancer storyline and it felt good. As for this figure, honestly, I didn't appreciate the design until I got this figure in hand. Honestly, such a great looking character. The paint detailing is really what shines about this figure. Starting first with the articulation though, you do have your standard double jointed knees and elbows. You do have thigh swivels. You don't have any boot swivels. You don't have butterfly joints. And just an okay ab crunch, nothing amazing. Obviously, the cape is here in the back. This is not removable. And the skirt here does flex very well. So it's not going to be restrictive to either of these legs in your posability of the figure. Bringing the figure closer, though, you can really start to appreciate all those paint details. Obviously, you have a black base for the character, but you have the browns, you have silvers, you even have slight red detailing throughout the chest plate and the skirt. The gauntlets here are very nicely molded. On the back, again, the skirt is nicely molded with the detail within. And then these boots. The boots are probably my favorite part with the wings on either side. Again, the silver and brown detailing. It just really looks great. And then coming to the head mold here, the helmet looks fantastic. The hair mold is great. Just all around, a beautiful figure. So what are my final thoughts on Mighty Thor, Jane Foster from Thor Love and Thunder? Honestly, underrated figure. It's only like 14 bucks right now on Amazon. The paint detailing is great and the articulation is definitely fine for what it is. Gotta have Jane Foster if you're an MCU collector. Obviously, Thor Love and Thunder may not have been well received, but that doesn't mean her character is any less awesome. She was great in the movie. And to go alongside any Thor figure, you got to pick this one up. And it's just so cheap. Like, I don't know if I'd recommend it for $25, but for $14, got to pick it up 100%. So even if you're a Thor Love and Thunder hater, I do appreciate you watching this Marvel Legends review. So I hope you did enjoy. If you did, hit the like, subscribe, and notification buttons down below so you can stay tuned for content on my channel. And of course, I'll catch you in the next one.